Vision Fair, a vision that led 6 young women under the leadership of the Second Supreme Bacillus, Soror Lorraine Richardson Green, to establish Theta Omega Chapter in 1922 as the 8th graduate chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority in Chicago, the magnificent city on the shores of Lake Michigan. Since the beginning, Theta Omega Chapter has had a profound impact on the local, national, and international communities. Its presidents captured the vision and guided the chapter's growth from 6 to more than 400 members. Through the years, traditions of cultural awareness, education, and community service were established, traditions that continue today. Theta Omega Chapter assumed leadership in the sorority by hosting regional and national conventions called Boulets, and will host a Boulé in Chicago in July 1998. Theta Omega Chapter chaired the outstanding 50th Central Regional Conference in 1984. That golden anniversary celebration was attended by leaders in government, religion, education, business, and the arts. The highlight was the Golden Anniversary Ball. The chapter has consistently had the largest representation at regional and area conferences, and has been recognized with several first-place awards for achieving the goals of the national program. Its members have been elected to regional and international offices, including Supreme Bacillus.
What would you like to say to the sorors? What would you like to say to the sorors?
Well, I loved them for many, many years. And worked with them, too, for many, many years. I'm so happy to be one of you. My fondest memories was going to Kansas City, Missouri, where I went to college up there, not in Missouri, Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas. And while there, see my voice, all the little sorors, because you know, that's a big school, and we didn't have all the facilities that the other people had. But we made it.
Buzz.
Be kind to each other, and look out for each other. That is good.
Good evening. As the past bacillus of Theta Omega Chapter, I am honored to have been asked to participate in this anniversary celebration. As president of Theta Omega in 1961, I had the honor of chairing the Boulé under the leadership of Soror Marjorie Parker. During that Boulé session, I had the privilege of introducing Marian Anderson. We had Duke Ellington, at our last evening's banquet, and it's been a pleasure serving Theta Omega and being able to salute the sorors of this celebration for the 75th anniversary. Good evening.
As Theta Omega chapter entered the end of the 20th century, it continued to be a premier chapter both in Central Region and internationally, and was the prime hostess chapter for the 58th Boule held at McCormick Place in July of 1998. Theta Omega also served as prime hostess chapter for the 72nd Central Regional Conference held in 2006 and the Cluster Area Retreat held in 2018. In the summer of 2021, Theta Omega and other Chicagoland chapters collaborated with the international headquarters to host a health fair that included COVID vaccines and the AKA mobile mammography bus. And in 2022, Theta Omega was the prime hostess chapter for the 88th Central Regional Conference. As the chapter moved into the 21st century, members began to investigate building a community service center to house the Akarama Foundation programs and services for the community. In 2007, the multi-million-dollar Akarama facility opened its doors at 6220 South Ingleside in the heart of the Woodlawn neighborhood. And in 2022, through the hard work and dedication of its members, the mortgage was paid in full. Theta Omega has a rich legacy of leadership. The dedicated former presidents and the current president have guided the chapter through the diamond years and brought Theta Omega to its centennial. Now, hear their stories.
Good evening. I am Audrey Hoyle Cooper Stanton, the 41st president of Theta Omega chapter. During my administration, 1998 through 1999, we implemented several programs and projects of which I am very proud. Before the age of emails and Zooms, organizations such as ours used the phone tree method to try to communicate with their members in between meetings. But as our membership increased, it became less effective. I therefore was determined to improve the communication between the president and the chapter members. So I implemented an automated voice message delivery system. This was used to contact members individually and directly. It was used to remind members about upcoming events, dates, times, and places. And most importantly, it was used to inform members about emergency matters that needed to be taken care of in a timely manner. I also implemented a program that I called Operation From the Heart, which recorded, recognized, and rewarded the chapter members for their monthly service to the community. One of the most fun and heartwarming projects during my administration was the registering of an original project with the Make a Difference Day Foundation. We called our project A Day of Glamour and Culture. It was for the residents of Amani House, which was a shelter for abused women and children.
Hi, I am Sora Kimberly Irene Egoin, and it is such an honor and a privilege to serve as the Chapter Centennial Bacillus of Theta Omega Chapter Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, where we are celebrating the past 100 years of service to all mankind, especially to the Chicago area, as well as bringing in the next 100 years. We are the administration that is the bridge between the two. Theta Omega Chapter, as you know, is the 8th graduate chapter to be chartered, but also we are the first in the city of Chicago, and also we're the first graduate chapter in the state of Illinois. So that is a tremendous honor to be able to lead in that area. Now, we're 8 months old, so my administration is relatively new. I came in on January 1st with the theme of Sisterhood Redefined. And what that means is we are taking an inner look at the things that have kept us so vital as an organization and making sure we do more of that as we also continue to move forward with the changing times. We also are the administration that is bringing our organization out of COVID-19, which is very important as we transition from not having any activities in person to really ramping up and excelling at having programs that will impact the Woodlawn as well as the larger Chicago area. So that is a large task. I have got a very strong administration, very strong officers and committee chairs, as well as our membership who are so ready to roll up their sleeves and work. Some of the things that we have accomplished during this administration, we are the administration that paid the final bill on our mortgage, so we will be celebrating that with a mortgage burning. We also we were the hostess chapter of the 88th Central Regional Conference, which is a large endeavor, so we were very proud to do that. And we are also hostess chapter for the 2023 Leadership Seminar, which is the International Leadership Seminar, where we will be welcoming everyone to Chicago, Illinois. In the last year, we've had so many of our sorors serve on international committees as well as regional committees, and we are continuing that by serving at the regional level and several serving at the international level, even chairing committees. So our work is definitely standing for itself. We are definitely buckling down.